Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Kevin. You're watching Hold Your Horses, and I told you guys I was gonna make it. Check out the lighting here, huh?
看你的时间啊，我们按分钟收费啊。
不好意思。This week, I'm gonna talk about what's probably one of the biggest stories of the 21st century.
When Harriet Tubman never actually freed the slaves. She just had the slaves go work for other white people.
Kanyen, you will always be my inspiration. But no. I'm talking about the relationship between the world's two biggest economies.
It's a great honor for me to be ambassador of the People's Republic of China to the United States of America. I firmly believe that the door of China-U.S. relations, which is already open, cannot and should not be closed. This is the trend of the world, the call of the times, and the will of the people.
Well said, Ambassador Qing. China-U.S. relationship has been testy of late, and that's not good at all. Tensions between the world's two economic superpowers will undoubtedly spill over into the global community. And most important of all, a lack of dialogue and understanding between the two cultures will only lead to this sort of tragedy.
That's the whole walk. Why are they not sharing a whole steamed fish alone? So who is gonna tell them?
Look, I'm not here to argue about who's done right and who's done wrong in the relationship, but I really want to point out the asymmetry in understanding between the two countries and two cultures.
Do you know what the capital of China is? Bangkok.
What? How do you not know Bangkok is not the Chinese capital? It's one of the hottest travel destinations in Southeast Asia and the capital of Vietnam. Seriously though, I believe the bedrock of understanding between cultures is learning each other's languages. And the Chinese seem to have a major leg up in this regard.
In terms of grammar and lexical resource, so I would just give myself a 3 because I have not much of.
Listen to this guy, lexical resource, come on.
I understand that this kid is probably from one of the best middle schools in Shanghai and not representative of the general population. But English is a compulsory subject in China's standard national curriculum. An estimated 400 million Chinese citizens are learners of English. And the United States has always been one of the top destinations for Chinese students to study abroad. By comparison, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, only 20% of Americans can converse in 2 or more languages. And that's why this caused quite the buzz.
我很高兴来北京，我爱这个城市。我的中文很糟糕，但是我天，学用中文。
Okay, fluent is a bit of a stretch, but kudos to Zuckerberg for making the effort to learn Chinese. Knowing a language isn't everything, but it's the first step to understanding a culture and society. Some Chinese are deep into the Kardashians. Others love sharing their daily dose of Henry David Thoreau on Chinese social media. We read about the struggles of America's white working class, and we still have a deep appreciation for North American artists who have long been forsaken by their once loyal fan base from across the Pacific Ocean. We learn about what special ingredients have made the U.S. a hub for innovation, and also how the country has preserved its financial hegemony over the global economy. To sum up this asymmetry in understanding, Big Shaq put it best.
3 years, I never spoke to y'all because I thought it was a language barrier there. And then one game, he hit me with a Akeem Olajuwon bing, bing, fadeaway. And I said, hey, y'all, nice move. And he said, thanks, my brother. I said, whoa. You speak English?
For two countries to develop a healthy relationship, A realistic and nuanced view of each other is critical, and one of the biggest obstacles to achieving this is the fact that most Americans have to rely on your totally unbiased and objective media sources and pundits for information about China. Look, I know it's not fair to put it all down to a lack of initiative in learning foreign languages. The dominance of US and Western culture at large has meant that a lot of people didn't really feel the need to learn about or from other parts of the world. So when US politicians say they speak to China from a position of strength, to the Chinese, it's more like a position of arrogance and ignorance. Look, I know learning a foreign language like Chinese isn't going to be able to change the American or Western-centric mindset of some people overnight, but it's a start. Then you just might start to recognize that the Chinese, like you, have their triumphs and limitations, their strengths and flaws, and that we're all human beings after all.